Decision 2016, the one-and-done vice presidential debate, is now in the history books. Here to talk about all this is our political panel. We have Republican strategist and Governor Walker advisor Stephen Thompson, and Democratic strategist and President Obama's former state communications director Joe Sapecki. Well, guys, a spirited debate last night from two guys who really aren't known for smash-mouth politics. We knew Donald Trump's tax returns would come up and his nearly $1 billion tax write-off in 1995. Let's listen in.
His tax returns, that showed he went through a very difficult time, but he used the tax code just the way it's supposed to be used, and he did it brilliantly.
How do you know that? You haven't seen his tax return.
Stephen, is this narrative going to chase Donald Trump for the final 35 days?
I think it will. I think that he's really underestimating the impact of this issue, just like Hillary Clinton has underestimated the impact of her foundation taking money from foreign governments while she was Secretary of State. Both of these candidates have trust issues with the voters, and they don't seem to be willing to take on these issues that are plaguing their candidacies to sort of rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with.
But do you think Pence played it well last night?
I think he did a masterful job last night. I think the reason that most people look at him as the winner of last night's debate, both in the polling, focus groups, and in the coverage, is he was a stable, unflappable candidate last night on the stage compared to Tim Kaine, who was petulant for most of it.
Joe, the more the candidates talk about this, the better for Hillary Clinton?
Well, I think so, and I'd have to disagree respectfully with Stephen. Winning the debate on style doesn't matter when time and time again what Governor Pence was doing was simply ignoring the outlandish comments that the top of the ticket, Donald Trump, has said. He's having a real tough day today with the fact checkers, and he's going to continue to. When we look at Trump's refusal to release his taxes, which every presidential candidate going back 40 years has done, it's clear that he has something to hide. So I believe it is going to dog him.
Well, the moderator tried several times to keep the VPs on topic and not talking over each other. Here's another heated exchange on temperament when Tim Kaine brought up something Ronald Reagan once said.
He said the problem with nuclear proliferation is that some fool or maniac could trigger a catastrophic event. And I think that's who Governor Pence's running mate is, exactly who President Reagan warned us about.
Senator, that was even beneath you and Hillary Clinton, and that's pretty low.
A low blow there, Joe?
Certainly it's jumped out and was a little bit unusual coming from someone who's a vice presidential nominee. But I think the point stands. Donald Trump does not have the temperament to have access to the nuclear codes. He has demonstrated that throughout the campaign. He has said that he is fine with additional countries possessing nuclear weapon, which is in stark contrast to U.S. foreign policy for generations. So clearly, as voters make up their minds in the next 34 days, one of the questions they need to ask themselves is, are they comfortable with Donald Trump having access to the nuclear launch codes?
Stephen, do you think Trump has handled or responded to that question?
You know, I don't really think that he does. I think that last night what you saw from Mike Pence was somebody who understands how to discuss these issues in a way that is engaging with the voters and takes them on, and it was relatable. And I think that Donald Trump has sort of floated around the edges on these issues, and I think he should really take some guidance from the way that Mike Pence performed last night as to how he should take on his next debate with Hillary Clinton.
We'll see how that plays out on Sunday night. Stephen Thompson and Joe Sapecki, thank you both for joining us today.